Welcome to the Coach Johnny Ringo football show here. I'm Chris Ferris. Again, we're back getting ready for week number 2. And Coach, as we look back on a 44-26 victory over Naaman Forest, what are the things that go through your head just as you look back on that ball game?
Well, we had some great opportunities offensively for points, and I think we had just 2 drives that didn't produce points. You know, that's our goal. Of course, that's every coach's goal, but saw a lot of great things from us offensively, and you know, still put up a lot of points again like we did last week. A lot of yards. Yards aren't the most important thing, but I think one of the key things for us was we didn't punt all night. So it tells you your offense is clicking. And so again, our playmakers at receiver, at running back, at quarterback, our offensive line, Chris, are all just doing an outstanding job. And so real pleased with us offensively. Special teams had a lot of good things happen as well. Had an onside kick recovered. Had field goal made and some different things here or there. And so that part was good. So saw good things. And defensively, I thought our inside guys, our D-line and our linebackers played a lot better this week. And we still have some concerns on defense, have some guys still out with injuries. But anytime you can win, I think it's hard to win, especially in the Metroplex. There's a lot of great programs and great coaches, and so we're just excited we were able to get that victory.
Sure. And Coach, as we look at certainly offense, like you said and mentioned, is putting up the points. 48 in the first game, 44 here in this game, and what do you look to as the key to a lot of that success?
Well, we hope it's that we're just pretty multiple in what we do. We try to give opponents a lot of formations and a lot of things to prepare for in a 3-day preparation time. So we feel like that helps us in some respects. And then I think also just the key for us and what we do offensively, Chris, is that we have playmakers in position. And so we have a lot of different guys that have touched the ball in these first 2 games, and they all have been very explosive. Quarterback play has been tremendous. Some people, I think I may have said last week, had questions whether or not Corey Wesley would come in and do a great job. We never had those questions, and he's come in and done well. And so I think that's more than anything. And then Coach Humble and his staff offensively do a great job. It's his 3rd year with us now, and so it took a bit of time for the system that we put in for that to click, and I think you're seeing the results of that in the 3rd year of us being in that offense and the kids becoming accustomed to it and feeling comfortable with it.
Definitely did, and as you say, click. That offense really has been doing great things so far this season. Defensively, you mentioned that the defensive squad played a lot better this week, you felt like. What are some things that you could pinpoint, or some plays or key players that did some great things this week?
Well, I think Darius Hood, he's a returner for us in nose guard. We had 6 returning starters, and right now we've got 2 out, so really 4 guys. And we've had some guys step up this past week, and Darius is one of those that he'll tell you himself he didn't play great the first week, but he really came back and played the way he's capable of playing. I told him the first week I didn't know who that guy was in that jersey. That's not Darius Hood, the guy I know, but he came back this week and really responded, had a nice game. Dakota Smith, at outside linebacker, a junior, played really well. Toby Ogunselli, inside backer, played well, and Kyle Koenig and Sean Boyd, at nose guard in the rotation there. And so, again, our inside people we felt like improved a great deal. Defensive line was a concern after week 1. Really stepped up. Coach Collins and his group and did an awesome job, and our inside backers. And we had some guys play well at times. We just, there's some positions that are still a concern, and I think more than anything it might be the fact that we're missing Lindell Johnson right now and Sam Trotter. You take those 2 guys out of the mix, and as good as they've been for us defensively in past years, we'll feel real good when we get a chance to get those guys back, and we think Lindell will have a chance to play this week.
Sure. Well, that's great. That's good news. I know you guys are anxious to get him back. The special teams, we always try to touch base on the special teams, and kicking game has really looked good, I've thought, and just want to get your thoughts on that. Looks like you guys have got some good schemes, like you said, with the onside kick, and that was covered beautifully. Talk about the special teams real quick.
Well, Casey Collins and James Sonner are 2 kickers, and we've got right now James handles our point after attempts and field goals, and Casey handles our kickoffs, and you'll see at times they'll switch out and one will do the other, and just for various reasons or whatever we have in for that week. And so we just try again there to, as most people do, to try to be people can't expect, I guess the expectation we have each week is that we come into the game and the unknown's there for the opponent, and if they're going to do these things or that. And what I mean by that is just, again, the more you show, and especially in non-district games, then the more your opponent has to prepare for in that three-day work week that they have. And so we try to show those things, and obviously you've got to be able to execute it if you do it. And the other night with the bunt, you know, at that point we were up in the game, but you know, to me, if you're not up by 4 touchdowns in a game, then you can't ever be comfortable. I mean, you've seen too many examples this past weekend of college games and high school games where people are way up and they allow people to get back into the game, and especially after what happened to us in week 1, Chris, and up by 17 and don't win the game. So that's why we do those things. We're never doing that to run up the score or just work on something to work on something. You know, we're doing it for a purpose and a reason. But to this point, we've been real pleased with our strike team, which is our kickoff team, our score team, which is our kickoff return team, punt. Like I said, we didn't have to punt the other night. Outlaws with Gabe Dunlap back there as our returner. He does a great job, and he's definitely a threat. And so overall, we've seen a lot of good things. We were able to work on a little bit of after a score, we're getting the gate. We'll line up in the gate and then shift back to our normal point after attempt formation, 2 tight end, 2 wing. But then we've got some things we do out of that as well. That again, people have to prepare for that, and everybody's got those things. It's just you're a lot better coach, I guess, if you call them and they work. You don't look very smart if you call it and it doesn't work.
And it goes well. That's right. Before we look at highlights, who's up on the wall this week? Who's the players that graded out as the
well,
best?
our special teams players of the week are let's see, who do we have? It was James Saulnier, and I'm trying to think the other guys that we had. Big hit tackle. Let's go to that one. Big hit tackle was Jerez Nolan, and let's see, Toby Ogunzelli. Big hit block was Ryan Gary, wide receiver, and I think you'll see it on tape maybe, and they don't ever get a chance for that. But also Walter Rampy and Jacob Brindle, and then we have Game Breaker Award where we've got Corey Wesley, Nathan Metters, Gabe Dunlap, Ryan Gary, defensively Darius Hood, and then Dakota Smith defensively as well. And again, our explosives, we want to have 6, we had 12. Tried for 50 knockdowns, we had 76 on offense, and then our pursuit grading, our average or our goal is 92%. We were much closer this week. We were 87%. We're still not there. So we still have some guys that their grades from an assignment standpoint are not where they need to be, and then their effort, because they're graded on effort. And so if we see a loaf, we'll run loafs and lack of efforts on Mondays, and they don't like those too much. And so we're trying to, as a staff, get to a point of where nobody's having to run any of those.
Where you don't have any of those, sure.
There's a few other guys, special teams wise, but we put that stuff on the board in the hallway there in the gym for everybody to see. And again, it's a team game. It's not about one guy, but we do try to reward guys that play well. And again, our goals that we have set for us, offensively, defensively, and special teams, are all team related. And so when we get the helmet stickers and start handing those out, then you'll see those are team awards, not individual awards.
Well, Coach, we've got a lot of highlights to look at here this week, and let's take a look at these and let you comment on them.
Okay. Defensively, like I said, we played a lot better, and you can see a great pursuit from inside guys here. Kyle Koenig and D-line, inside backers played really well. Just one of the outside, we used to call it pop under center, and just same concept, basically speed sweep. Got a great speed guy in Trey Jones. He almost gets in, great effort to try to get in the end zone. Stop short. Ryan Gary, of course, obviously great to have him back. This is, his first 3 catches the other night went for touchdowns, and so having him back, last year hurt with a shoulder injury, is huge, and Gabe Dunlap to go along with him. All those great pressure here from Jerez Nolan and Corey Watts, and then great open field tackle here from Dakota Smith and others, Darius Hood. Again, we're trying to get all 11 to the ball if we can. They really have to show on tape they're pursuing the football and trying to get there. Great running back for Naaman Forest, Tank Mitchell, good player. Our guys did a good job against him all night long. Catch here to Gabe Dunlap again. These guys, he and Ryan both are about 5'10". They're not big guys, but they play like they're about 6'3" or 4. Just outside zone here to Nathan Metters, same score run we scored on last week against, or same play against Arlington. And you can see when you block it right, things go well. Screen game's been big for us. Just try to get guys to get on the edge with some skill and some speed and potential to take it to the house. We'll stop right here. This is Caleb Jones, his first catch of the year. Sean Boyd here at nose guard, good open field play by him. D-line, good job, real physical player. Backside, just the screen here to our running back, and trying to get folks downfield. Again, we're just trying to give defenses and opponents multiple looks and things. We had a big hit block there from Ryan Gary. The guys looking for ways to get people to the ground. 2-point play here. Anytime we're out of whack as far as the score is concerned, we're trying to get points back where they need to be. Toby Ogunselli starting to really step up and play a lot better inside backer. Big play there. Great open field tackle here by Dakota Smith, another junior outside linebacker. Good sized young man. He's got a chance to be a really good player for us the rest of this year and down the road. Hurt us a little bit with this play in the second half the other night. It's a good open field tackle here by Deontay Taylor. Just that quarterback belly or belly G, and you know, it's we don't see this type of offense every week, so it was good to see it. Great throw here, Corey Wesley to Ryan Gary, then a great run after the catch, you know, yards after catch, and you know, we always kid he and Gabe, they're not that fast, but he shows pretty good speed there, and that was just a great job of him maintaining balance and then taking the ball to the house. Get another outside receiver screen here to Gabe Dunlap. You can see we get a good block on the edge there. I believe that was Ryan Gary, and you know, it's good for, you know, quite a few yards. Play action pass here, just trying to hit Gabe on a big post and bobbles the ball there for just a second, but good concentration and awareness by him and pulling the ball back in and scoring. Same another play here by Toby Ogunselli and a host of others. Again, good pursuit, good initial tackle. Move the back here, and just going to come back, run zone out the backside. Sometimes when you do that, to get those backers moving the other direction.
Well, yet another successful week for the Plano East Panthers. Coach, great job. Everybody out there come out to Keller this week and watch the Plano East Panthers take on Keller. Coach, is there anything about Keller you looking forward to about this ball game?
Well, they got a really good team. You know, they're 1-1 just like we are right now. They were a playoff team last year, lost to Coppell in the first round at Cowboy Stadium, and Kevin Atkinson and his staff do a great job. And you know, they're playing at home, and this will be our first road trip, so it's a test for us from the standpoint of the difference in travel a bit. You know, it's not that little short trip to Kimbrough; it's a little bit longer, and so we've got to get our kids focused in that regard and make sure we do a good job. But you know, they're very similar to us offensively in what they do. And then defensively, you know, they're to me very sound, and they're coached well, and they're where they're supposed to be. So we expect a tough test. You know, they're one of the contenders for a playoff spot in 7-5A, which is a district we'll see in the first round if we're able to make it through. But you know, right now our goal basically, Chris, is just to try to improve each week. You know, we're in such a tough district, and I think everybody's undefeated right now except for us and Louisville. We both won this week to go to 1-1, but a lot of great teams in 8-5A, and so we've got to. You know, whoever we play, no matter who it is, no matter what their record is, or who, you know, what they've done to this point in the season, we've got to try to just go and control what we can control, which is us, and go out and try to improve in all phases of the game, and from A to Z, you know, do some things better. And you know, we're still looking at positions, not so much with, I mean, that they're up for grabs, so to speak, but we just got to fine tune some things, and got to get some guys that have been big time players for us in the past that are hurt. Get those guys back will help us. Got a few others that have you know, really hadn't played to their potential yet, so that's on us as coaches. We've got to get that done. But it's a great group of kids, and you know, really enjoying what we've done to this point. Obviously, it's early in the season; it's a long road. But yeah, if you can get a chance to come out and watch us in Keller, it'll be at their stadium at the high school, and we'd love to see you guys there.
Coach, thank you and good luck. We'll see you again next week.
Thanks.